And in my view, the alliance sets looks like a body of like-minded academics and rectors who want to discuss, to consult each other, and of course to take the opportunity to make some joint collaborations, either in the area of education or in the field of research. And apart from education, I would like to recall that there are many ways of doing business, I mean collaborations on research, such as joint PhD supervision, the coming of summer schools for research into play, joint plans for research, visits on a reciprocal basis for professors, and the like. Turning to the University of Pheloponnese, I must tell you that the Ministry of Education is very proud that the university, due to the untiring efforts of its academic community and under the leadership of its present rector, has made internationalization as its main strategic objective. Only very recently, the university has entered into arrangements for the running of 3 joint master degree programs. One of them is with a member partner of the Alliance. Ladies and gentlemen, I feel confident that your assembly will be very fruitful, and in that way it will pave the way for joint collaborations which will put safely your alliance into a dominant position in the European system of higher education. Thank you very much for listening.
Next, we are privileged to welcome the Deputy Regional Governor of Messenia, Mr. Efstathios Anastasiopoulos. Yes, please, to deliver his welcome address. Thank you.
Θέλω πριν απ' όλα να ευχαριστήσω τον πρύτανη του Πανεπιστημίου Πελοποννήσου για την πρόσκληση και να εκφράσω τη χαρά μου που ο Γενικός Γραμματέας του Υπουργείου Παιδείας για τα πανεπιστήμια βρίσκεται ανάμεσά μας.
So, first of all, I would like to thank our Vice Rector of the University of Pheloponnese, and I would also like to express my delight that the General Secretary, Professor Bouradonis, is here with us.
Είμαστε χαρούμενοι διότι βρισκόμαστε σε μια Γενική Συνέλευση της Ευρωπαϊκής Πανεπιστημιακής Συμμαχίας, European University for Customised Education, όπου συμμετέχουν πρυτάνης ή εκπρόσωποι από άλλα 9 ευρωπαϊκά πανεπιστήμια, από το Βέλγιο, τη Γαλλία, τη Γερμανία, την Ισπανία, την Ιταλία, Πολωνία, Πορτογαλία, Σουηδία και Φιλανδία.
We are glad as we are here at the General Assembly of the EUNICE Alliance, the European University for Customized Education, in which participant universities from European countries are present, from Belgium, France, Germany, Spain, Portugal, Italy, Sweden, and Finland. Hope I said all.
Okay.
And the Peloponnese. Yes. And Greece, of course, yes.
Greece, for sure. Εκ μέρους της Περιφερειακής Αρχής σας και του Περιφερειάρχη Δημήτρη Πτωχού, ο οποίος ήταν στις Βρυξέλλες και δεν μπορούσε να είναι σήμερα εδώ. Σας καλωσορίζω θερμά στη Μεσσηνία και στην Καλαμάτα. Είναι ιδιαίτερη χαρά και τιμή για εμάς να φιλοξενούμε μια τόσο σημαντική Γενική Συνέλευση, η οποία προάγει τη συνεργασία, την καινοτομία και την γνώση στην Ευρωπαϊκή Ανώτατη Εκπαίδευση.
On behalf of the regional authorities and the regional government, Mr. Ptochos, who would like to be here today but unfortunately had to be in Brussels, we welcome you to Messinia and Kalamata. It is our, we are deeply honored to host you at such an important General Assembly which promotes cooperation, innovation and knowledge in the European higher education.
Η Περιφέρεια Πελοποννήσου στηρίζει έμπρακτα κάθε πρωτοβουλία που παίρνει το Πανεπιστήμιο στην κατεύθυνση να επεκτείνει τις δραστηριότητες του, αλλά και να υποστηρίξει την κοινωνία.
The region of Peloponnese supports in practice every initiative of the university, society, and any initiative that combines the university, society, and local development in the direction and of innovation, yes.
Έχουμε ήδη συνεργαστεί με το Πανεπιστήμιο σε ένα πρόγραμμα, το EUNICE, το οποίο πραγματικά είναι ο σύνδεσμος του Πανεπιστημίου με την κοινωνία, υποστηρίζοντας την επιχειρηματικότητα μέσω του συγκεκριμένου προγράμματος.
We have already cooperated with the university at the program UniStart, and this combines the society and the university.
Σε αυτό ακριβώς ελπίζουμε να, πέραν των υπολείπων που ακούστηκαν και από το Γενικό Γραμματέα, ελπίζουμε ότι θα μπορέσει η συμμαχία αυτή των 10 Ευρωπαϊκών Πανεπιστημίων να βοηθήσει ιδιαίτερα στην περιοχή μας, που είμαστε μια αγροτική περιοχή, την σύνδεση της παραγωγής, αγροτικού τομέα, μεταποίησης, της επιστήμης λοιπόν, τη σύνδεση της επιστήμης με την επιχειρηματικότητα.
We hope, apart from what the General Secretary mentioned earlier, that this alliance will help in the university in its efforts to combine the knowledge with our area, which is an agricultural area, and with the enterprises, with business.
Τελειώνοντας, να ευχαριστήσω άλλη μια φορά τον πρύτανη για την συνεργασία που έχουμε γενικότερα και να ευχηθώ αυτό το πρόγραμμα να δώσει μεγαλύτερη εξωστρέφεια και στο δικό μας πανεπιστήμιο, που θα έχει στόχο αυτό που προανέφερα, τη σύνδεση της νέας τεχνολογίας, της νέας επιστήμης με την επιχειρηματικότητα, ώστε να οδηγηθούμε σε μια βιώσιμη ανάπτυξη.
In conclusion, I would like to thank the rector of the University of the Peloponnese, Professor Katsis, and I would like to hope and I would like to wish that this program will promote the connection between technology and enterprises.
Επιχειρηματικότητα για μια Sustainable.
Yes, for sustainable development.
Development.
Yes.
I would like to wish you to have a nice time in Kalamata and have the best results in that program for all the universities. Thank you.
Thank you. We are also honored by the presence of the mayor of Kalamata, Mr. Athanasios Vasilopoulos, who will now address us. Thank you. Έχω εδώ. Τα έχετε, τα ίδια είναι.
Δεν έχω χαρτί.
Θα σας δώσω ένα χαρτί.
Αξιότιμη κυρία Γενική Γραμματέα του Υπουργείου Παιδείας, κυρία Αντιπεριφερειάρχη, κυρία Πρόεδρε του Δημοτικού Λιμενικού Ταμείου, κύριε Πρύτανη, αξιότιμα μέλη της Πανεπιστημιακής Κοινότητας, αξιότιμοι εκπρόσωποι της Ευρωπαϊκής Πανεπιστημιακής Συμμαχίας, εκλεκτοί προσκεκλημένοι, κυρίες και κύριοι, καλησπέρα σας. Με ιδιαίτερη χαρά και τιμή σας καλωσορίζω στην Καλαμάτα, στην πρωτεύουσα της Μεσσηνίας, στην πόλη της ελευθερίας, των γραμμάτων του πολιτισμού.
So, distinguished representatives of the academic community, honorable members of the European University Alliance, dear guests in our city, ladies and gentlemen, on behalf of the municipality of Kalamata, it is my great pleasure to warmly welcome you to the city of freedom, arts, humanities and culture.
Η παρουσία όλων ημών σήμερα εδώ, εκπροσώπων πανεπιστημιακών ιδρυμάτων από όλη την Ευρώπη, αποδεικνύει για μια φορά ακόμα ότι η γνώση, η έρευνα, οι συνεργασίες δεν έχουν σύνορα.
Your presence here, representing universities from all over Europe is a testament to the fact that knowledge, research and collaboration know no borders.
Η Καλαμάτα είναι μια πόλη που διαρκώς αναπτύσσεται, εξελίσσεται. Μια πόλη με σχέδιο, όραμα και συνεργασίες που επιλέγει τη βιώσιμη ανάπτυξη, την καινοτομία, τον πολιτισμό. Μια πόλη που έχει κάνει σημαντικά βήματα και αποτελεί μέλος της Ευρωπαϊκής Αποστολής των 100 έξυπνων και κλιματικά ουδέτερων πόλεων της Ευρωπαϊκής Ένωσης έως το 2030, που έχει αναλάβει λοιπόν την ευθύνη, λόγω του ότι έχει εγκεκριμένο κλιματικό συμβόλαιο από την Ευρωπαϊκή Επιτροπή, να υλοποιήσει, να γίνει μέρος της προσπάθειας για την προστασία του περιβάλλοντος. Μια πόλη λοιπόν με σημαντικό βηματισμό, που παραμένει όμως, που διατηρεί αναλύωτη την ταυτότητά της και τις αρχές, τις ρίζες και στην παράδοσή της.
Kalamata is a city that is growing and progressing. With the vision, planning, partnerships, we invest in sustainable development, culture and innovation. It is a modern, outward-looking and welcoming city, member of the European mission of 100 climate, neutral and smart cities.
Μια πόλη λοιπόν με βαθιά ιστορία αλλά και σημαντικό πνευματικό υπόβαθρο που έχει τη χαρά να φιλοξενεί εδώ στην πόλη μας 6 τμήματα, κύριε Πρύτανη, του Πανεπιστημίου, 7, πολύ χαίρομαι, με περίπου 6.000 φοιτητές κάθε χρόνο. Λίγοι είναι, ελπίζουμε τα επόμενα χρόνια να είναι περισσότεροι, όμως και αυτοί είναι κάτι πάρα πολύ σημαντικό.
A city with a long history and a rich intellectual heritage, honored to host 7 university departments and more than 6,000 students each year, we hope for more in the future.
Ο ρόλος των πανεπιστημιακών ιδρυμάτων είναι πάρα πολύ σημαντικός. Όχι μόνο γιατί λειτουργούν ως χώροι μεταφοράς γνώσης, αλλά διότι μπορούν να αξιοποιηθούν για να δημιουργήσουν μοχλούς ανάπτυξης, εργαστήρια καινοτομίας και πυλώνες προόδου για κάθε κοινωνία που πραγματικά μπορεί να αξιοποιήσει και να κατανοήσει το ρόλο των πανεπιστημίων στην περιοχή της.
The value of universities is immeasurable, as they are not merely centers for the transmission of knowledge, but driving forces of development, innovation hubs, pillars of progress for any society that invests in them, and it should be valued and...
Ως Δήμος Καλαμάτας πιστεύουμε ειλικρινά στη σύνδεση των πανεπιστημίων με την τοπική κοινωνία, αλλά κυρίως με την τοπική οικονομία.
We at the municipality of Kalamata recognizes the importance of connecting the university with the local community.
Με αυτές λοιπόν τις λίγες σκέψεις σας καλωσορίζουμε στην Καλαμάτα, σας ευχαριστούμε να περάσετε όμορφα και σας καλούμε να κυκλοφορήσετε, να περιηγηθείτε στην πόλη και να γνωρίσετε τη φιλοξενία των Καλαματιανών. Καλώς ήρθατε.
With these few thoughts, I welcome you once again to Kalamata. I wish you every success in your work and encourage you to explore our city, enjoy the hospitality of its people, and draw inspiration from the history and the spirit of the
Και όπως μου είπε και ο κύριος Γενικός Γραμματέας, μπορούμε πάρα πολλά να κάνουμε, όπως και θερινά φοιτητικά τμήματα. Να είστε καλά, ευχαριστώ πολύ.
Thank you. Welcome again. We will now continue with the welcome addresses from the EUNICE rectors. So first I would like to invite to the podium the rector of the University of the Peloponnese, Professor Athanasio Katzis, to deliver his address.
Honorable General Secretary, dear Deputy Governor, dear Mayor of Kalamata, fellow rectors, colleagues, and students. First of all, on behalf of the University of the Pheloponnese, I would like to welcome you in our premises in Kalamata and in the whole city of Kalamata. And also, I take the opportunity to thank you for the collaboration, the fruitful collaboration and contribution all these years, and especially for this meeting through EUNICE. It is also my duty and my pleasure to say thank you to Professor Bouradonis, who's not just a General Secretary now, but always a rector for us. He used to be a rector for the very prestigious Athens University of Economics and Business. So once a rector, always a rector. Okay? And I would like to thank him for his support and the ministry support for this effort that we are doing in globalizing our actions. And of course, I have to thank the region of the Peloponnese and the mayor for their long-standing support and the collaboration. We look forward to more to do it together. It is undoubtedly a fact that EUNICE now has become a very critical factor, a very coherent factor in every university. It's an entity that is recognizable, it is there, and people, students, staff take advantage and contribute very mightily to this. And this is very helpful, this is very encouraging, and this is something to have to consider for the future. There is more to it now. As we move along towards the more mature phase of EUNICE, we have to identify areas and levels of contribution and collaboration that will make our consortium stronger and more impactful. As we have discussed this morning and throughout all these days, there are many areas where EUNICE could be of vital importance for our universities, but for the greater society that we are working on. EUNICE is a consortium that consists of 10 universities, regionally in nature, mid-size in terms of population. Therefore, it is of very critical importance that we acknowledge, we demonstrate, and we show that EUNICE has a very important, very impactful regional contribution. As the people before me said, we are looking for is the journey itself. So enjoy the journey. Thank you very much for being here, and we look forward to further our collaboration. Thank you.
Next, please welcome the President of Université Polytechnique Hauts-de-France and President of EUNICE ISBL, Professor Abdelhakim Artiba, to share a few words.
Well, honorable authorities, the mayor is leaving, but I reverse engineering. No, it's not. It's to tell you hello because normally we start by national level. the General Secretary, then the regional level deputy, and Mr. De Meyer, and we finish by our colleague, Professor Katzy, the Rector of University. Thank you very much. I know that you are very busy, and thank you for your very nice city. Well, of course, everybody and his cousin knows Greece. Who don't know Greece even when you start your studies in the primary school and you know the history and all what you represent to the humanity. And we are very proud for that. And thank you for sharing with us all this richness. I would like, of course, to thank, first of all, the national level Honorable General Secretary and colleague, and he knows what the function means because he was vice rector, rector, and of course our main position is researchers and professor, and this is we are elected, that's okay, but we are professors and we love that. And you show us that the university is supported, then we are supported by the national level, by the ministry, and this is very important for the development of these alliances at the regional level. And you say that. It's very important. You see that our alliance is for European University for customized education. Then we pay attention to all our students, and especially the students coming from the country, not big cities, and they are facing a lot of problems. And we have to adapt ourselves to them. And as you can see, all the universities are coming from not the capitals and so on, but they are connected to the reality, to their environments. And this is very important for us, where all of us are working with the industry, the institutions, of course, at national level, regional level, and local level. And this is very important for us. This connection with the reality, and this is important for the insertion of our students. We want them to be, of course, in charge of what's happening in your city, in your region, in this country, and in Europe. And we see when we work together at the different levels, we can succeed. If we stay alone, it's not possible. But you show us that you have a very nice university, in a very nice city, in a very nice region, with Rector Philippe Dubois and the colleagues yesterday. We come from Athens by car, and we visited a little bit this region. We know Greece for decades, of course, but to discover directly the country, all these lives is this nice country, the agriculture you talked about. A lot of people here are working even in the research in agriculture, and it's very important. And even our partners from outside, they are working in these areas. You talk about, for instance, Morocco, UM6 Mohamed VI Polytechnic University. They are behind that. You have the phosphate of Morocco. That's, they are working on agriculture is the first thing, but not only. What the population is looking for. This is very important. We are not working in our labs without connection with the real world. That's very important. Thank you to the dream team you have. Really. Thank you, Elia, and all the staff. I would like to thank the people who make it happen. You and, of course, the students that we meet here. The administrative and technical staff. Without you, we cannot be here in comfortable position. We see them that they are all time looking for improving the quality of song, the quality of course. And without this connection with everybody, we cannot succeed. Thank you very much for your reception. We work a lot. You make us work a lot, But on the other side, we say, we are in Greece, we are in Kalamata, let's enjoy it and don't sleep a lot and take the opportunity to visit, to have a very good drink, very good meat, etc. Then we have together working and enjoying life. Thank you very much for that. I really appreciate it.
Now I would like to invite the rector of the University of Vasa and vice president of EUNICE Sabo, Professor Mina Martikainen.
First of all, thank you for organizing this great meeting and get-together for all of us. And of course, I have to say that already appreciated by President, the environment here in Greece is something that we Nordics can only hope for. And I have to mention that I spent my vacation time in last spring here in Kalamata, just because it's so very well marketed in Nordic countries. So I made us a note and words about EUNICE, and like playing with the children's play with my children, give the new meaning for the every letter. So EUNICE, E like energize. Our university new slogan for student recruitment is energy for your future. And we think that knowledge, our specializations of energy transition and sustainable business is creating the future. In EUNICE, I think that in all of our specializations is making the future. And the meetings like we are doing here today is making us to joint think for our future and to get this energy for us and for our students and faculties. And you, like universities, we universities stand for civilization, knowledge, and creating civil behavior, civilized behavior together, and support it with the new knowledge. And I think that when we've been listening to the news all over past months and even years, it makes all us to appreciate civilized behavior even more. And here is the role of our universities to make it happen, to appreciate joint thinking, joint actions, to keep and create that civilized behavior. Networks, this is us, this is we who make it happen. And actually, these days, networks are needed even much more than we can even imagine. For instance, academic freedom is one of the things under the threat. And the easier it is to basically attack towards academic freedom if people are alone. And especially when the freedom and academic freedom is under the question, we need us, we need we to have that academic freedom and to this way support science and knowledge to make this civilized behavior. And of course, Europe needs innovations. EUNICE, like this I for innovations. Europe needs innovations in order to grow. actually one of the most biggest problems in the Europe is the slow, way too slow economic growth. And only innovations and new knowledge, what can be created together, can make that better. So we are needed for that eye to make innovations together. And C, the wording is comprehensive security. Of course, we in Finland and in Nordics, we strongly stand for the comprehensive security. But for us, that wording means that we together are secured. We together secure the societies, and every one of us has a role. So therefore, in Europe, universities are creating that C, comprehensive security, by promoting the knowledge. And we do it for E, for the Europe. We do it together. Thank you.
Let's continue. We would like now to invite the rector of Poznan University of Technology, Professor Teofil Yusanovsky, to deliver the welcome. Thank you.
Kalispera. Good afternoon. I'm really honored to be here. So, His Excellency Minister, a representative of the, let me say, staff of this area, and of course, His magnificent rector. Thank you for the organize such amazing meeting. I'm really happy that, let me say, 7 years ago, it was a dream. The 7 or 6 years ago, it was a dream. And nowadays, EUNICE is real, is very strong. And of course, it is modern open university. It is composite from 10 very prosperous and prestigious institutions. So I'm really proud that PUT belongs to this family. And of course, from my point of view, we have in Europe 3 pillars that are the most important. The first one is, as Nelson Mandela said, that education is the most powerful weapon that we can use to, let me say, solve to save, let me say, world. So the education is the crucial point that we have as a responsibility. In our case, of course, we have think about healthcare, and the third issue is related with security and resilience. So we also know how the 3, let me say, pillars are important. So if we will be well educated, of course, we will be mostly healthy and, of course, safety. And moving about the university, we are responsible for the new generation, about our children, our students, of course. So the EUNICE, it is a unique platform that can play a role as a powerful institution in Europe, of course. We have many of European universities, but we are close to the customized education and, of course, close to the applied education. And, of course, we are not far away from the humanistic point of view, being in Greece as a, let me say, heart of freedom and heart of history and heart of the future. So on behalf of PUT, I wish, especially for the University of Pελοποννήσου, prosperity for your all society, and of course I wish all the best for the EUNICE society. Thank you once again.
Now, please welcome the Rector of the University of Mons, Professor Philippe Dubois.
Alone, we are nothing. Together, we are everything. And I have the strong feeling that EUNICE, our alliance, is the clear-cut proof of that. Today, I'm not here as the rector of the University of Mons, neither as the former president of our alliance, nor as a professor or a colleague, neither as a scientist, a researcher. I'm here as a grandfather of two beautiful little granddaughters. Why I'm saying that? Because when I see your faces and your smiles, you understand what I mean. This is my roots. And when I see the family that we are representing today here all together, and we meet every 6 months, we are really the proof that there is a future for our children and grandchildren. By putting our strengths together and not by dividing the countries, the populations, as we are living today in Europe and almost all around the world. And you know, there is a strong meaning, not a network. We are not forming a network, but an alliance. And by alliance, there is an engagement of each of us. 10 universities plus one last year from Morocco, more likely a new one very soon, South America. So, science without border is true, but citizens without borders is even truer. Thank you for the hospitality. Thank you for being part of my family, the EUNICE unique family. Thank you so much.
I would now like to invite the rector of the University of Cantabria, Professor Maria Concepcion Lopez Fernandez, to take the floor. Thank you.
Well, good afternoon. Dear Secretary General, representative of the local and regional government, dear Rector Katsis, thank you very much for organizing this meeting. It's a big pleasure to be here with all of you, representing the University of Cantabria. Actually, this is only my second meeting here, but University of Cantabria has been part of the EUNICE from the very beginning. And what I can say to you as a second generation rector is that for us, we continue to be just as committed and enthusiastic as we were when on the very first day when the agreement was signed. That means that, maybe related with families and children and so on, this is not only a project of a government body, but also a project from the whole university, and I agree, a project of the whole region, because we are small universities in a small region in most of the case that are really engaged with our environment and unable to make a difference in the future of our region, and this is also our commitment. This alliance has become a living example of what European collaboration can achieve. And in that moment, in what the threats, the challenges that we have to face are really sometimes scary, sometimes worried us about the future, we have to realize in what we are strong. And we are strong when we are together. I agree with all of you. And this alliance is an example of how connecting people, connecting cultures and ideas help all of us to grow together as institutions, as individuals. I am convinced that meetings like this are essential to strengthen our commitment, our networks, to help us to evolve as an alliance. We are now maybe reaching the maturity, and we have to think what are the next steps. And for that, we need to be together, even personally. And this is why this kind of meeting for me also relevant. Thank you once again to our host at the University of Peloponnese for making this possible, and to all of you for the dedication and the friendship, and to be part of our family. It is an honor to walk with you this European journey. Thank you very much.
Now please welcome the President of Polytechnic Institute of Liceo, Professor José dos Santos Costa, to address us. Thank you.
Good afternoon. Good afternoon. Good afternoon. Ah, we have people in. It's not easy to talk English for me, but I try, okay? Yesterday, I walked in Kalamata, 70 kilometers. In a city, fantastic city, spectacular, spectacular. People talk very well, good smile. I am in my house. EUNICE, our university, our family, our home, together we build the future. Real. Always we need to talk about the EUNICE. It's a fantastic project with people. We need to think always. Thank you, everything.
I now invite the Vice Rector for Internationalization of Education of the University of Catania, Professor Maria Alessandra Ragusa. Thank you.
Students, administrative staff, rectors, colleagues, good afternoon. I wish to express my gratitude to be here, firstly to the rector and all the colleagues here to organize perfectly this meeting. And on behalf of the rector, Professor Enrico Foti, of 40,000 students, of 1,500 professors, 1,500 personnel of administrative staff, I wish to say you hello and thanks to be part of this dream. For me, it's the first time to become here because the rector was elected just a few weeks ago. And what I put in my luggage and on my eyes is the wonderful belonging to really a part of something that is much more than my university is, because we have an important role. We are ambassador of peace, because our relationship are dissemination of culture, but also of peace. So I'm grateful for the realization of EUNICE. So long life to EUNICE. Thank you very much to all of you.
And last but not least, I would like to invite the Vice President for Internationalization, the Vice Rector of Karlstad University, Professor Margareta Freeman, yes. And it is not last, we have one more, sorry.
Dear colleagues and friends, there has been so many warm speeches tonight, and it's a truly honor to be here and to represent Karlstad University at this EUNICE community. And a very warm thank you to our host here in Greece for welcoming us so kindly in a country that has shaped education and knowledge for centuries. We do, however, live in a time of rapid change, and as we have heard, no university can face this future alone. So collaboration across borders, but also across discipline, is essential ahead. And I think that EUNICE shows us what is possible when we work together. We have heard that today, a lot of activities. We share ideas. We prepare our students for a world of demands that demands creativity, openness, and responsibility. At Karlstad University, we believe the future of education lies in cooperation and also embracing new opportunities, including those offered by AI. So together we can shape a truly connected and transformative European higher education. So very much thank you.
Now I would like to invite the Vice President for Internationalization of Brandenburg University of Technology, Cottbus, Professor Wolfram Becker. Thank you.
So, dear colleagues and friends, since I'm the last one, it's probably in my hand when the ceremony will end, I suppose. So I'll try to make it short. So it's a great pleasure to address you today here for this GA at the University of the Peloponnese, and also on behalf of my president, Professor Grande, who cannot be here today because we actually have this week the official semester opening on one of our campuses. So this is a meeting, an event that she can't miss. I'm very glad to be here. I'm very glad also to see EUNICE in such a good spirit, and I'm very grateful for the open and frank discussions and sessions we had so far in these last 2 days. I think we were really productive, so we produced results, and obviously now we need to make sure that these results are kept up and sustained, so there's a lot of work ahead of us. EUNICE is about cooperation, and we as an alliance believe that only through enhancing cooperation, we as educators, as innovators, are able to address the challenges of today and tomorrow. And this happens thanks to you, thanks to all of you who are assembled here in this room. I mean, you meet on a daily/weekly basis in work packages. You create EUNICE and you shape what we are doing. Without you, it wouldn't be possible. Without you, we wouldn't have been able to create these new opportunities that Margareta talked about, these new opportunities for students, these new opportunities for staff. That's important for me as well. We talk a lot about students, that's what we are for, that's our DNA. But it's also about staff exchanges, for example, about staff, administrative staff, for example, learning from one another. So we create opportunities for researchers, for students, and for staff, and I think that's really essential, that's really important, and this is thanks to you. I'd like to come back to a word that was used actually by Rector Katzis Athanasios, who mentioned the word impact, who said we need to create impact. And I think that's actually the biggest challenge now. We have created impact, but we should never stop creating more impact and being more impactful for the benefit of everybody concerned, for our stakeholders, for researchers, and definitely for our students and ourselves. I think that's basically the challenge we are facing, the way ahead. I'm fairly confident that we'll meet this challenge. Again, there's fantastic jobs done in the work packages, and I'm very confident that we will create more impact and visibility in the next years to come. So thanks to all of you for that, for the work you're doing. Thanks to the organizing team here on my left and on my right, and probably many more people that I can't see at the moment. Great thank you to you, Athanasios, for hosting us, for having us, and for offering us such a warm welcome. Thank you very much.
Thank you all for your kind addresses, and now I think it's time for our traditional photo.